think we're going live. And we're live. All right, enough of that.
Is it tank ball already?
Yeah, what? What's going on here? Obviously, we're in the period of March Madness where there's no period of March Madness. It's probably the worst thing ever, right? Wouldn't you say?
Kind of madness.
One of them easily.
Yeah.
I guess
Hold on.
so.
Let me
It's
adjust this
interesting.
here. We have a special guest with us. Cole Adams has come to join us. Cole, are you there?
I am here loud and clear.
Can everyone hear us? Can we hear you,
That's
Spunk?
the one too.
Yep. We also have Dodger of Zions. She is here as well.
Hey y'all, sorry I'm not in the chat, but I'm doing laundry, so I figured I'd do this dumpster fire from my car.
All right. And then we have some salty user name urinating tree.
Hey, fuckers. Coronavirus is in my city, and everyone went out celebrating for St. Patrick's Day in the South Side.
Good
Fucking
job,
millennials.
Yinzers.
Hey, it happened in Nashville, too. It happened everywhere because millennials think it's not going to affect me. It's just the flu. Yeah, fuck off. And then you give it to grandma and grandpap, and they get fucked. That's what happened.
Damn, grandma and grandpap always fucking. That's what it is.
Oh, they fucking like jackrabbits now.
Mm-hmm. They fucking, yo. They fucking. All right, hold on. Let me pop
This is
out the
when I'm
chat.
relieved that my grandmother is about 1,000 miles away from me.
I don't want to think about when the words and fucking and stuff. Like, I don't want to think about the distance between how far my grandmother is away from me. But, you know, you do you.
I mean,
Well, no, I meant in that I can't get my grandmother sick.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah.
That's good. Don't get your
At least
grandmama
there's that.
sick.
God, don't do that.
Yeah, do not do
No, I
that.
would never do that. I love Mama too.
Good.
All right, hold on. Let me bring the chat up to the front so you guys can remember all your chats. All right. Since we're really not formal and anything, what we're going to do is we're going to do a bracket reveal of the 68 teams that made it. And then we're going to comment on each one, on each region. And then what'll happen is we'll actually do a simulation where Cole Adams will reveal the winner. So we'll do the matchup, and then Tree and I will predict the winner, and then we'll see who's better at predicting, and someone will keep record of that, and then we'll see
Mind
who.
if I pop my own prediction in there too?
Yes, actually, Dodger can also give predictions, and then we'll see who the best one is once we name the 2020 NCAA national champion that never fucking happened.
And
So.
there's no tarot cards in my predictions this time.
Uh-huh.
All hail UCF.
Yes.
Go Knights.
And apparently Dodge was going to do this show to the actual show, the reaction to the actual show. and
Yeah, we were
gonna
going to join her for it.
But
and
instead-
then everything went to
Then
shit.
everything got canceled.
Yes.
Yeah, we all got the coronavirus, so we're just dead
Mhm.
now. And somehow that
when we
stream,
talk about cancel culture and how everything gets canceled, I don't think they imagine how much success they'd have now.
dude,
Yay.
two best businesses to be in right now is cancel culture and conspiracy theories, right? Like,
Oh, conspiracy theories are easily, man. That's
Yeah.
the thing. This is a government conspiracy. It's the New World Order coming to take your guns.
they are coming to take
I
my
will be
guns,
right
man.
back, gentlemen. I'm going to go change my clothes over.
All right. Well, we have 112 people here having fun with us. Let's go into the first bracket reveal, shall we?
Thanks for joining us again, guys.
Yep.
Just wanted to say my thanks to you. I mean, spending your probable quarantine time just sitting around, checking off.
Hey.
No, my
and
clothes aren't
then
done yet, so I can stay around for the reveal.
All right.
Nice.
Let's see. I don't want to edit this workbook. I just want to zoom
Yeah,
in.
we're gonna have to edit this one. No, we're gonna have to edit it.
Oh,
I
yeah,
can
yeah,
resend
you're
it
right.
to you
You're
if
right.
you need me to.
Continue. Yes, we are going to have to edit it because I need to do the predictions. All
You
right,
can keep the Kansas one there. The Kansas one can stay. That one
Okay.
can stay.
you can
Except
see
for who they would play.
you can see who can you work on this sheet as well?
Yes, I can actually edit it for you. I'm pretty sure. I can
Oh,
edit it
that's
at the same
dope.
time.
That's dope. Wait, do
Yeah,
a change.
I'll do all the work. You guys do the talk.
Do a change in the back to make sure that I didn't edit the wrong one.
Okay, now it's not even letting me open it.
Oh, because I have it open.
Of course. Possibly.
Sorry,
Oh,
no.
close
Well, then
it real quick. Just close it
I'll
real
have
quick.
to do the. Oh, you want me to close it?
Well, it's fine. Just keep it open.
Okay.
Just,
Because I think
'cause,
I
mean,
can edit it.
I can tell you the teams just as long as you can edit it.
Oh, it's easy to edit. It's got little drop downs and everything. This thing is dope. This thing is
It's nice.
fucking sweet.
It's what we had to work with since, they didn't release an official bracket this year, and
Yeah, they never will, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It is just this unusual circumstances we have to live with for this unpredictable college basketball season. For it to end this way, honestly,
This was a really
makes
good
sense.
college basketball season
It
too.
really
And-
was.
Like a lot of changes, a lot of top 10 upsets, very evenly matched.
Not even top 10 upsets, number 1 upsets.
Well,
For sure.
look, when Kentucky and Duke fell within the first few weeks, you knew it was going to be an interesting.
I
Yeah,
knew
I
it
know
was
what
going
to
to
do.
be interesting the minute North Carolina sucked donkey balls.
Ooh.
That was good. Pitt beat them twice. That's our highlight of the year.
Dude, this is gonna be going down as like the one year that Roy Williams just completely avoids the shit fire because of coronavirus. Like he should be
It's a
roasted.
conspiracy from North Carolina.
Like how does
You want to be a
Go ahead.
I was just going to say.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say he should be fucking thanking that virus for saving his job.
Yeah.
Because it really did. It saved
Well,
his
You know,
job.
he can still be fired without the.
Yeah, you're not gonna fire Roy Williams.
This
but-
man won the championship in 2017, and now he's on the chopping block. Welcome to sport.
Yeah. All right, let's do the
Don't
first
remind me of
bracket.
2017.
Hey, at least South Carolina made it in 2017. That was a great run.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah. Yeah, and then I had to watch them choke it to the Tar Heels after they beat Duke.
Certainly Duke is Duke. All right,
Duke.
let's see here. Oh, show window shadow. I want to do that. Can I do that? That's fine. Let's do the first bracket reveal, and then we'll start reading some snappers. Okay. I think we have up here in the top left is which region is this?
This would have been. It wouldn't have been the East. I think it might have been the Midwest.
Okay.
It would have
this-
been played in Indianapolis. That would have been the host of that.
The
one.
Indianapolis region. All right.
Okay, yeah, the Midwest region. So as the top seed, really a no-brainer here, Kansas versus.
Yes, and they would have been playing if. Okay, we can go off this bracket, but it won't have the simulation with it, or
Oh.
we can change it up as we go because they would have been technically playing Robert Morris, or we can go off the Joe Lenardi one we already have. It's kind of up to what you guys want to do.
Let's just stick with this one, and then you just
All right,
tell
that's
me who
fine.
the winner is. Right.
All right,
Okay.
we'll do that. Yeah, so this is Joe Lenardi's bracket. This is his final bracket that he had on ESPN for the season. Because again, the tragedy that has occurred, we will not be getting an official bracket. Actually, this is big for Joe Lenardi because every single year he thinks that his bracket is the one that should be picked, and obviously this is all we have.
And now it is.
Yeah. Against unusual circumstances. Obviously, you got to go with Kansas in this one. I don't think that Siena would be like UMBC. I think that was it.
I'm really interested to see Duke. Duke is a little low there at 3. That's not what they're used to being. And
For sure.
also surprised at North Dakota State. Did they win their conference there? I think they beat North Dakota, right?
Yeah, that is correct. They were one of the teams that was able to finish their conference tournament in time.
I'm going to pull up Joe Lenardi's bracket so I have reference because I can't look at it on.
Oh, yeah. I like Belmont sneaking in there and East Tennessee State as well. That's a nice little 6-11 matchup that you like. That I smell upset there.
That is. For
Mhm.
sure. East Tennessee State, they had a really good year. They had made the tournament in 2017, but they hadn't made it since then. They play in a really competitive conference, so usually whoever wins the SoCon is always going to be a competitive team in the NCAA tournament. I mean, Iowa, they had one of the national players of the year in Luka Garza. He was their center. But really, other than him, they were just a really good home team, it seemed like. So that would have been definitely a trendy pick. A lot of people would have picked East Tennessee State. And I honestly think that Iowa is a pretty good matchup for them. I think they would have won that one as well.
Yep. And then sneaking in at 12 is Liberty, who what's the name of the conference that Liberty's in?
Atlantic Sun.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
That's Jerry Falwell University. They'd be facing a tough out in Auburn. That's one of those 5-12s I would avoid right there.
Sure.
Yeah, that's a hard one.
Yeah, last year Liberty pulled off an upset versus Mississippi State. Honestly, Liberty their coach was an assistant coach at Virginia with Tony Bennett, and they play exactly like Virginia does. They play slow.
They play the pack
first.
line.
Yeah.
Auburn technically should have made the finals if they called that double dribble. So.
Oh, yeah. And the 3 free throws. Hey, Black Flags Matter. What's up? Looks like we're not going to Martinsville.
Yeah, we knew that once Wednesday came. It's like, I don't think this happened.
That's not happening. All right.
That sucks.
So that's the Northwest. Let's just make up the regions. That is the Pokemon region right there. And let's get to reading.
Liberty, I choose you.
Yes. All right, James Amadei for $5. I hope the government doesn't find her secret speakeasy underneath Tree's basement. That's where the bodies are hidden. Hashtag Prohibition 2.0. So I'm imagining everyone else hoarding toilet paper and Tree just hoarding IPAs.
I don't like IPAs. I did some beer for pandemic buying, but I mean I don't think the supply lines are going to be the issue. Nobody's really buying alcohol, which if you're going to be quarantined with kids or anything like that, you think that'd be the first thing you'd buy?
Absolutely.
Considering you're going to be around your siblings and relatives all the goddamn time. You're going to be annoyed as hell.
Yep. All right, Tie Finder 94 for $5. Tannehill signed a 4-year deal. Your guys' thoughts? Yeah, I thought it was a really good deal for Ryan Tannehill, who has now had the torch passed from Ryan Fitzpatrick to Ryan Tannehill as far as career arch goes. And I think Ryan Tannehill will immediately start sucking after getting that huge deal.
Who knows, man?
Somebody at one of my servers pointed out that he got $1 million for each of his playoff yards thrown.
Hey, it's good work if you can get it. Good work if you can get it. And let's read one more before we go on to the next bracket. Chargers belong in San Diego for $10. Possible legacy of failure projects for Tree. Suns, Canucks, Chargers, sadly, Bengals, Sabres, Jazz, Hawks, Lions, and Browns. It's a lot like they are all doable, man. For the dumpster fire. I don't know. You're gonna have some free time now, right, Tree? To catch up.
Man. Like I've got one more vid I'm working on about like sports ball. Everything is canceled. Like I was gonna work on a vid about the San Jose Sharks. Like I finished the script. I was working on a script for that, and then all this shit happened. I've been on pause the last couple days. Just because it's just like, Jesus, like everything's like at a standstill, at a pause itself, and you're just like, Jesus, this happened.
It's amazing what we're going
surreal.
Through. It is.
I mean, like
surreal.
we took a lot of shit for granted. Let's be real. Live sports,
toilet paper,
everything at the whim of our fabric. Like, yeah, toilet paper. But I don't know why everyone's hoarding toilet paper unless they're trying.
I don't either. I don't get it.
I think it's a security thing. Like same as like bleach, sanitizer, cleaners.
I'm gonna tell you,
flour. Canned goods, soup.
The coronavirus is a respiratory illness, not a gastrointestinal one.
Apparently, it can spread through fecal oral matter.
Oh, well, if you're eating shit, then you deserve the fucking...
Unless the quarantine just involves endless Chipotle. That's the only way. Yeah. Or Taco Bell.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Cole, I see you're able to edit it now.
I just fixed it, yes. I can mute myself. I can go through and do this really fast while you guys talk about this stuff. And then what we can do is we can go back, restart, and then we'll just go through it as we were planning to.
That's cool with me, man.
Awesome. All right, let's reveal.
You guys, it'll just take me 1 minute.
Oh, you're changing some entries.
Yeah, I mean,
perfect.
We can restart because I can now edit it and redo the bracket while you guys answer some of the super chats.
That's perfect. Read and answer the super chats. I got to take a leak and get a drink.
I will
And I'm gonna
do.
go change my clothes over. Sorry to leave you, Tree, but I gotta do this.
You're gonna leave me alone with poor Cole. He's gonna abuse me in the back room, the fucking asshole. All right, how's everyone
Be right
doing
back,
today?
y'all.
Mega awkward. I'm sorry. I do this a lot. I'm the awkward situation. I'm the king of doing this shit. Don't worry about it, Cole. I wanted to let you know because this new YouTube thing is an idiot. I am sorry. Let's get to Atlanta Olympians for $10 whole. Y'all shit posting, making me creating a sports channel, creating a Madden March Madden, or I'm guessing a Madden March Madness. It's not bad. It's not a bad idea. I mean, you're probably going to have to. Like, anyone who can simulate March Madness in an old game of NCAA, they're going to get a lot of views in the next few weeks. That's all I'm going to say. Everyone's going to miss their March Madness. True TV just lost their 4 best days of the year. People don't realize about that, the economic ramifications. The NCAA just lost tens of millions of dollars with a snap of a finger, and they didn't have a choice. This is one of their biggest money-making days of the year. But let's keep on going, though. Graf von Tiro for 10. Second straight year that spring football folded early. But hey, at least the players got full salary, and it's not the organizers' fault this time. I agree. Like, ironically, it lasted even less than the AAF did, and it was in no way the XFL's fault. The ratings were dropping, but that's pretty standard for a spring football league with a bunch of different options. You had the NHL, you had the NBA, you had MLS. You know, people still like that. PGA was starting to rev up. NASCAR was starting to rev up. So you have all these different ideals and competition for each other. And now all you have is WWF, UFC, and the PBA. I think WWF had like its highest ratings since the move because there's nothing else to watch.
127 people are watching us. So
yeah, I mean that's crazy for a Sunday at 6.
And we're shit on a stick.
We're just doing nothing right now. This is just a fantasy stream at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine what we would have gotten if we were able to do like a live reaction to the NCAA tournament bracket.
Maybe 200 people.
Nah, a little optimistic. I'd say 175.
Yeah. It's not like football season, baby.
Football season, we got like 400 or 500.
Yeah. Well, listen to us.
Yeah, I know. We're thinking we're fancy shit.
Yeah. All right. Are we gonna reveal the bottom left bracket, the poopy pants bracket?
Yeah, we can. But we also might want to go back and redo the top one.
Oh, okay.
Things changed up there.
Yes, I'm noticing that.
We can do it how we planned it because I haven't finished all of it, but we can at least start with that part because.
Yeah. Let's go back in time and pretend that we didn't reveal that bracket. So,
all right, sounds perfect.
All right, so Arizona State is now up against Florida. Robert Morris, Kansas, that didn't change. Duke stayed at 3, but now Creighton is a number 2 seed.
Yes, and Creighton would be on upset alert according to me because their starting point guard Marcus Zagorowski had been dealing with an injury. He was going to sit out all of the Big East tournament. And obviously, if you don't have your best player, that changes a lot of things. And Belmont was pretty good this year. They were good last year. They made the NCAA tournament. But they also had an NBA level player in Dylan Windler. But again, I think that they slow the pace. Belmont does, and that's always predictive for an upset. So that one would have been an upset alert. And Creighton played in the last game of the season because technically St. John's and Creighton that started in the Big East tournament. They were the last game to play.
What was the game that got canceled during it, though?
That was, and they were down at half, so they lost to St. John's technically.
It was all their fault. They spread the coronavirus. Mm-hmm.
It was a big power move by the Big East to be the last game of the season.
That is what I love, honestly, about the NCAA tournament is that some team that just plays some clogging, like very annoying, kill the clock style. Basically, they are the Hoosiers team from that movie. They're Hickory. And they can just clog the shit out of some bigger, stronger, faster team that's not prepared to play at a snail's pace. And they pull off an upset because it's just 40 minutes basically in one game and anything can happen.
Exactly.
Yep.
That's what would have been interesting, especially if fans weren't there because that plays a big part in momentum, obviously, having fans there because if the lower seed starts getting the lead or gets the game close, usually that's where the fans go towards, especially if they're there not cheering for the higher seed. So that's usually why there are upsets early on in the NCAA tournament because fans don't travel out for the early games. They usually travel out for like the Sweet 16, Elite 8, Final Four.
You don't think
that's where upsets usually don't happen?
You don't think though that sometimes the neutral crowd will get behind the underdog and they'll be like, hell yeah, fucking beat the let's go UMBC. Fuck
Yeah,
UVA.
that's what I was saying. Yeah, usually that's what happens. So
Yeah.
without fans there, honestly, I thought that you probably wouldn't see a lot of upsets unless teams change like the style they play at, really like throw a curveball at some teams. But obviously, we've never seen something like this, so it's hard to predict what exactly would have happened.
You know what I was thinking about the other day? So like, um, so on in New Mexico, right? They play what's called res ball. You know what that is, right? Where smaller teams just completely grind the living shit out of bigger teams, like they just run them up and down the court. And I'm like, why don't these big teams train like that too? But I guess I was like, really, when it comes down to it, it's kind of like a resource management thing. Like, if you're bigger and stronger, you're naturally going to be slower, right? And you're not going to be able to pack as many calories in you. Like, it almost becomes scientific that a team with that plays smaller and runs another team up and down the court, like if they have more calories on hand, like they could possibly win the game. It's crazy to think about it. Like that diets could make the difference in the NCAA tournaments.
Oh, for sure. I mean, even altitude plays a difference because, I mean, this is always the example I throw back to. Like sometimes they hold the games in Colorado or Utah in the first round, and usually if like a bigger team goes there and plays like a more athletic team, it like runs fast. Sometimes the bigger team, that altitude catches up to them because they're not used to like playing in that. And even like start times of games, like the NCAA tournament is just so wild because there's so many like different things that apply. Like playing games super early, sometimes that can have an effect on teams. Playing in different locations. I mean, travel, that's another thing.
Yeah.
That's why there are so many upsets. That's why it's called March Madness, is because it's not even like what's being played on the court makes the outcome in the game. It could be just a whole bunch of other stuff off the court.
Are y'all saying my audio's too turned up? What's up? What's up with the audience here? What's wrong with my audio? No, they're saying my audio is something bad.
Huh.
Too loud?
You're fine on mine.
Yeah, I know. What's going on? Give feedback. If you're going to fucking critique this shit, tell me what's going on. Huh? Oh, it popped up. It keeps cutting. I can't do anything about that. Huh?
Oh, that's just the stream itself.
Listen to me and my old career come out when I was a fucking dickhead. I'd be like, oh, you're going to criticize me? You better give me a fucking answer as to what we're doing here. Okay. You called the meeting at 4 o'clock on 5 p.m. or whatever on Friday. Fucking get your shit together. Yeah, that's right. Anyways, which super chat are we on?
We're on the second Graphon tier.
Oh wow. Okay. Graphon roll for $5. I honestly don't get the rationale behind toilet paper hoarding. Yeah, the first thing I'd go for is cheap meals, ramen, canned beans, etc. Yeah, you know what I was thinking of though is like if I'm fine. Like I went to Costco like I don't know 2 weeks ago and bought a bunch of toilet paper, not thinking that the Corona apocalypse would happen. I'm good, but like if I was really out of toilet paper, I would be pissed. I would be fucking angry right now. Like that I'd have to wipe my ass with sandpaper basically.
Oh, Kleenex or paper towels. You can even clean it in the shower.
I got an old Philadelphia Flyers jersey that I could use though.
Yeah, I mean, you just got to be creative.
I heard that.
I think it's a Claude Giroux, so I've been using it for a while. I just wash it every time, just so I could.
No, you got to go retro. You Steve Downing.
Yeah. All right, Makai Wilson for $1.99. The Great Sports Depression of 2020 has begun. FML. You know what's even worse is you remember when we were down in spring training? I got that bump on my lip. I don't know if you remember that. It hasn't gone away and it's gotten bigger. So now I'm probably going to have surgery. So, yeah, 2020 is off to a great start.
Fucking herpes, dude. I mean, you tried to advance on me and I refused. Thank God I did. Jesus Christ.
I mean, we've already done it, so it's not like...
I know, but I wasn't in the mood that day, Five. You know that.
Oh, I'm sorry. You still did it anyways.
Nah.
Right. Let's read one more. I think Cole just muted himself for a second. Maybe he's taking a shit.
I think he muted it because of these conversations.
Oh, yeah. He doesn't want to be party
No,
too.
he muted it because he didn't want all the typing in the background for filling out the rest.
Dude,
of the
this guy is awesome.
We're complete, so we're good.
Cole is amazing. Like, you're the only
Sucker's
one
on the
that
ball.
thinks of shit like that. Like, I'm sitting here clicking away on my mouse, and y'all can just hear it. Isaac Foot for $5. You know what would be nice? If the Steelers actually could go out and get a big body receiver to open up the field for the other wide receivers. Oh,
They've tried that repeatedly. They've tried drafting him, like Sammy Coates. He didn't work. They had Lima Sweet. He didn't work. They had Moncrief. I don't know if Moncrief's really that tall, but they've tried like getting big bodies in there, but they just haven't gotten anyone with talent.
Plaxico was the last big body, right?
Yeah, Plax.
Plaxico Burress,
pretty much just Plax.
Super Bowl champion. All right, let's reveal the bottom left bracket, shall we? Before we run through this simulation. I was really surprised by this one here. We got Dayton as a top seed, which they deserve.
Yes, sir.
But
absolutely.
You're talking an A10 team, right? A10, they're in the A10.
Yep.
Being a number one seed. I mean, we've seen it before. We've seen St. Joe's be a number one seed. We've seen smaller or mid majors become. I think Wichita State was back-to-back ones, right? And
they went to the Final Four, and then the very next year they were one seed.
Yes. So it's not unprecedented, but I do like it when a mid major gets a one seed, even though this is an alternative reality. But I think they were going to get one either way.
Sure. Yeah, they were on pace to get one because San Diego State lost their conference tournament. And if Dayton probably would have won out anyway, so they were definitely on their way to get one. And I'm from Dayton, so I'm a big Flyers fan. It's kind of devastating because things played out this way, and we won't get to see this team play in the NCAA tournament. But that's also nice because then we don't have to live with the fear of maybe them losing to a 16 seed and having to live with that reality, because that'd be way worse.
Yeah, I mean, now you know how the 1994 Montreal Expos feel. You got everything robbed from you. Everything. So.
They're the new 94 Expo.
They did make the Elite Eight in 2014, so we've had
who was on that team? A little
bit of taste of glory.
There were some good players on that team, right?
Who was?
What's that? You cut out.
Yeah. And you cut out.
Oh no. Who
cut out?
No, you cut out.
Boys,
we're not going to talk about the bracket. We're going to fight.
We'll call it the dumpster fire, and we'll just blame it on that.
Hey, you are a VCU fan, so Dayton did go 2-0 against VCU this year, so technically Dayton is obviously better, and they always were.
Yeah, you haven't been to a Final Four, have you?
Actually, Dayton has been to a national championship game. They lost to UCLA back in the John Wooden era. I forget what year it was.
So when McCarthy era politics were a thing. That's cool. All right. Okay.
Ooh, good old McCarthyism.
Yeah. We've been to a Final Four recently, 10 years ago.
Yeah, well, have you been to a national championship game? No.
It's true. We weren't even a school then. I don't know. No, we were. We were. But anyways, okay. No, VCU had a horrible year. This also saved Mike Rhodes' job, or at least got him off the hot seat, because we were definitely not going to the tournament, and we expect to go to the tournament. At least get a first round exit, or at least a first round win. But that's what we expect here at VCU. So I think Mike Rhodes
should have been a tournament team too.
Yeah, he would have gotten fired, and we would have brought in another crooked coach to get us back to the tournament.
Well, Shaka is on the hot seat at Texas.
I'm going to do a video called The Curse of VCU. Everyone that has left has not found greener pastures. Jeff Capel, fired.
Yeah. Anthony Grant, though. Anthony Grant has found greener pastures.
Yeah, 15 years later. Right?
Yeah, but it takes time. Actually, I live kind of close to Anthony Grant.
Grant was he should still be the coach at VCU, but he went through all that shit just to go back to the A10 and basically become VCU's rival when he could have just stayed and built a dynasty. Same with Shaka. Shaka's probably going to get fired,
Yeah.
He would have.
And Will Wade's paying players.
Yeah, Will Wade's going to get arrested, but Shaka is going. He could have stayed at VCU and broken the all-time win record. That's what's depressing about Shaka. Because he could have won 25 games for the rest of his career. but he's
Yeah, they probably would have.
yep.
I still think he ends up back there though. I think the fans would want him there.
I'd take him back in a heartbeat. I loved the way he coached. He wasn't an XO guy, but his conditioning, the way they basically played res ball, you know.
Oh, for sure. That team. I mean, his team's always like attacked the entire game.
Yep. All right, so we've got the only real things that are interesting here. I see Rutgers at 11, and then not really surprised.
Michigan State.
Yeah.
That'd be.
Yeah, Michigan
because they were the
State.
preseason #1 team, and they didn't really like live up to those expectations. But they ended the season as perfectly as you could, and I think they were kind of flying into the tournament as a team that was probably going to make their way to maybe making the Final Four, kind of getting back to those expectations they had.
All right, Tree.
Yes.
Reed, Isaac, Foot. Just close these three out here before we reveal
I
another
will
bracket,
do.
and then we'll start doing
Yep,
our predictions and simulation, and then we'll wrap this thing
Definitely.
up.
Absolutely. The Atlanta Olympians for $5. Ed reloaded it on me because my
It's okay,
computer.
you're cutting out.
I know. It's good. As you hear the motorbike drive across my driveway, Atlanta Olympians for $5. Do Golden Glove 9's XBA and MLW Major League Wiffle Ball. See the idea?
You're cutting out.
Did you cut out again, Five?
No, you did. You did, motherfucker. Mm-hmm. Yep.
But let's get Tim Hogue for $10. Just wish my Friars could continue the roll they were on. Providence.
Yep.
Yeah, the Friars looked really good at the end of the year, but they were also like a preseason top 20 team, and they didn't look good at all early on. But they finished the year really strong.
Sometimes it takes a while to get into.
For sure, it does happen.
College basketball it's just like a porn. It's how you finish, not how you start.
Hopefully on someone's.
That's how. Yeah, that's what you're trying to do. That's your goal in the NCAA tournament is to finish.
You know, TBS should have you guys on for their selection show next year instead of Seth Davis and Charles Barkley.
It'd be the first time that entire network got demonetized. They're just like, all right, TBS is canceled, everyone. Tree and FPV brought down an entire network.
The NCAA selection show is brought to you by. Wait, they all pulled out. Never mind, we're sponsored by nobody.
Yes. Oops, I moved the background image. You guys still there?
Oh yeah.
All right, let's do the top.
Yeah,
I'm here looking at the bracket.
Yep. Let's do the
what to
top
defend.
northwest bracket over here, which has Gonzaga at #1. I think they were a heavy favorite this year to.
Zag was going to be a.
Yeah, they finished the year pretty strong as well.
Yeah, they were a heavy favorite to go out in the Elite Eight like they always do. And then
yeah, that is true.
They did make a final, right?
Sadly, it's true.
Yeah, that's typical. Elite Eight or Final Four.
Lost to North Carolina in 17.
Yeah, they were close, man. They're like the Oakland A's, like always, doing more with less, and then blowing it when they get an actual chance, So
yeah, that is a good comparison. I would agree with that one.
And then you have, let's see, you got some first four games in here: Stanford, UCLA.
Yeah, the battle of the brains.
Stephen F. Austin. Now that's my upset. I love them always as an upset.
Oh yeah,
they're the
They
VCU.
beat Duke this year.
What's that?
They beat Duke this year.
Yeah.
At Duke and ended their non-conference home winning streak that had lasted like 20 years.
Yeah, that's a team I would very ballsily put in the Sweet 16, like if this were real, and then they would go out in the first round or some shit. But I would think that they would at least beat Penn State. They kind of overwhelm people the way they play, which is
For sure, and they still play like that too.
Yeah.
Because their coach had gone on to Oklahoma State, and then he's now at Illinois. But the guy that came in, they still run the same stuff.
Yeah, those I like those frenetic type offenses that just come in and just overwhelm people. I love that. And then let's see
and
here.
Penn State's a team that collapsed a lot this year. So
those goddamn Penn Staters. We got another A10 team in
Fuck, man,
Xavier, and then then San Diego State. That's another story. Like, okay, so Iona hired Rick Pitino, who is way over geared to be at an Iona, right?
He doesn't have a choice. There's no one will.
Right.
Iona is about to be going to the Final Four in the next 5 years.
Absolutely.
Calling it now.
They're going to be trucking in prostitutes from wherever they can get them to Iona. And but Steve Fisher to me reminds me of Patino, like a guy that is way over geared to be at San Diego State. Like he should be back at Michigan, right?
Well,
Like,
he's actually in retirement. His top assistant Brian Dutcher has been their head coach for the past like 3 years.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure. And
Oh.
Xavier is actually in the Big East now.
holy shit.
College basketball changes by the minute, just like all the news that's going on recently. So you might be behind, but you're really not behind because things change so fast.
Look, I'm a time traveler. This is just me from 3 years ago speaking now. It's okay. I forgot that
Hey,
Xavier
it works.
is in the Big East.
You didn't even know who I was less than 3 years ago.
Who are you? Some fat Yinzer?
I don't know. Well, I was kind of doing shit. I was still
never
waiting.
heard of you guys 3 years ago either.
Nobody heard of us 3 years ago. I was making gaming videos or some shit, or I was the
Like, hey, what's up? It's 5 points gaming.
What's going on?
Fuck yeah! I'm gonna make a pro gamer move.
No, here's my intro from my gaming channel. What's going on, guys? Are you ready to be entertained? I'm 5 Points Vids, and we're back with another Madden 15 gameplay. Bleh. Sorry. And that's why I never grew. I should have just thrown controllers and had freakouts on camera. That's what I should have done.
You would get viral. Look at what I get a bunch of recommendations for. I forget what the guy's name. He invested like $39,000. Oh, Flight Reacts. That's who it is. He invested like $39,000 in his Madden team. Like he just breaks controllers. Says everyone's just like a scrub and bitch move. It's just like bitch is why he does hit stick and nobody fumbles the ball.
I've never seen the guy. There's so many huge channels I've never heard of.
It's just popped up on my recommendation. I just laughed when he just blows leads and gets pissed.
Funny G, I want to answer this before I read the Snapchat. How much was a raid sponsorship? Not enough. I'll tell you that. Not enough.
Sitting there like, man, you went to the dark side.
I did go to the dark side, but their check's clear. All right, Ace Can Shader. I was willing to wager that Dayton Flyers will make it to the Final Four. They're that good. Really sucks that they canceled March Madness on their best season. Yeah, this was going to be epic, and here we're left with pretending about it on the internet.
The Dayton Flyers.
It's just like a lot of my dates and relationships and job opportunities. Everything fell through.
Yeah. Tree. Oh, wait, Cole. Before you say something, Tree. If you weren't a server, if you would have had a desk job, what would your desk job have been?
Probably, a mail clerk bitch boy or something like that.
Cole.
Like I would not have been an exec.
Cole, if you weren't a YouTuber, what would you be?
Me? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Oh, I'd definitely be a bracketologist. That's my number one passion.
You think there's a job for that? Like someone you look in the paper.
Listen, I'm next in line after Joe Lenardi. That's what would happen.
All right. I'll
they have people who study this shit all the time. So.
That's true.
Exactly.
That's true.
It's a major
you know what?
Every university.
If you want it in this world, if you want it bad enough, you'll get it. You'll get it. All right, let's reveal the final bracket so that we don't have to be here all night. So Baylor, obviously a top seed. They played.
Yes.
Yeah, they were like number one for most of the year, right?
They were dominating. Yeah.
Yeah, they looked really good this year. They played. They had like 3 guards, and then like their 2 bigs weren't like technically bigs. They were both like 4 men. They played small ball, but all their guys could defend. They're a good defending team, but the problem was one of their best shooters hurt his hand at the end of the year, so they kind of slipped up.
Oh, so they got saved by that. And he also had to beat off with his left hand. You know, he had to do the stranger. That's right. I like seeing...
Pretty much what we have to do about the tourney.
Yep. I like seeing Richmond sneak in there as a first 4. They're actually a tough squad, Richmond. I hate to admit it. They play pretty hard. It's amazing that Richmond versus Wichita State Wichita State, a former #1 seed, I think Final Four team, dropped down to a first four squad this year.
Yeah, they were in the first four in 2016 as well. Wichita State was.
They are a roller coaster program.
Yeah, they're up and down because they moved over to the American Conference from the big not from they were in the Missouri Valley and they moved over.
And the thing with them is that their coach got multiple offers from big schools. And correct me if I'm not right on this timeline, but he stayed, right? And he just
he did stay. Yeah,
he turned down the money.
Very rare to find that loyalty nowadays.
It is, but that's a school that's invested in their basketball program. So, I mean, who knows? The big job that everybody speculates he'll take is the Kansas job if Bill Self leaves, and that's been talked about because he could possibly leave for the NBA.
Oh,
because they have NCAA violations about to come down on them after the
Wichita State has NCAA violations?
No, Kansas does.
Oh,
Kansas does.
People
are talking about him leaving for the Kansas job when Bill Self possibly leaves.
Yeah. All right, so let's do the prediction. So let's imagine this. So we reveal. Let me read Isaac Foot real quick. Thank you, Isaac, for $5. The last time the Maryland Terrapins made the Final Four, 2002 in Atlanta, and where was the Final Four going to be this year? Obviously, Maryland was going all the way, considering that they even in this bracket? Yes, as a 3
Yes, they
seed.
are.
So they were going all the way, apparently. 2002, that was a special team right there. They had Steve Blake. What was his name? Gosh, it was a Hispanic name. The other point guard, the shooting guard. Shit, I'm blanking on it. Juan
before
something.
My time.
He played on the Wizards. They had Lonnie Baxter, Byron Mouton, and Chris Wilcox was the forward. And they just had a stacked team. They won it all. But Steve Blake and Juan Dixon, I think was his name. That team was amazing. I remember following them the whole year. They beat Indiana in the final. There you go.
Sounds right.
All right. So
coached by Gary Williams, the legend.
Yes, the retired legend Gary Williams. Kansas versus Robert Morris. Tree, what's your prediction here?
Kansas versus Robert Morris.
Or
as
NC
much as
Central.
I'll go Robert Morris because I like the Pitt story, but I gotta go Kansas.
Yeah, I'm going Kansas here.
I would love Robert Morris to win because it would be hilarious and local team, but no, it's gonna get ugly against Kansas.
All right, Cole, who's the winner here?
Yeah, that's Kansas for sure. All the ones basically. You won't see it at UMBC again for a while.
No, that'll never happen again. UMBC was the most freak occurrence ever.
It was a freak occurrence.
Whoops. Sorry.
I actually donated $10 to UMB scholarship fund after they beat Virginia.
Nice. What's your pick, Dodge? Are you going with Kansas?
Okay, so I have family friends who are in Northeast Conference. So I want to pull for Colonials, but I gotta go with the fucking K-Hawk.
All right. I think we know who it is. So are you gonna reveal
that
it?
One's not a question. Yeah, it's Kansas. That'd be the winner. I'll type it in for you.
Oh, this is so cool. It's like happening in real time. Boom. All right. I'm seeing that this is going to take a long time. So I think what we should do is, instead of predicting each one, well, let's see how fast we can go. Be brief, everyone, on your predictions. How about that? Don't give a dissertation on each one, because this could take all night.
This is the simulation that we have spit out. We're going with that for the final bracket. So we've already done it. We've already set everything up, but we're still going to predict it, like you said. But we'll put the final prediction in the bracket.
You got it. It. All right, Arizona State versus Florida. I can never pick the 8-9. I'm just gonna go with Florida on this.
Yeah,
Smart
those
pick.
are always tough. I'm gonna say Florida too.
Gators.
And the Gators won that one in the matchup.
All right. So we're all 2-0 right here. Wisconsin, East Tennessee State. I am going to go with Wisconsin winning it.
That's tough.
I'll take the Buccos.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Wisconsin too. I think East Tennessee State will make it close though.
They will make it close, but the Badgers won this matchup.
Wow, Badgers. We don't need no stinking Badgers.
Actually, hold on, I need to check.
Looks like Wisconsin versus
Why is- yeah,
it'll be
why is-
Wisconsin versus Wisconsin.
Oh,
A
it's
cloned
Kentucky.
Wisconsin team. Only
was
one
so
can
stupid.
survive.
I knew I skipped over one of them.
It's all right.
It's Kentucky and Vermont. There's your pick.
Kentucky.
Kentucky's gonna win that. It's gonna be a lot of chalk here.
UK.
Yeah, probably Kentucky, unless they have like another upset like they did in early November.
Yep.
Yeah, Kentucky fixed their issues. They should win that one. But Vermont's a really good. That was a tough matchup for them. I wish Vermont didn't get Kentucky.
All right. Illinois, Cincinnati. I'm going with the first upset here. I'm going with the Bearcats.
No, I'm going with the Birds. Go Illinois.
I'll say, I'll go Cincinnati.
Cincinnati was good this year, but not enough for Illinois. Well, Cincinnati had to fix their problems. They weren't that good all year, but they got their issues fixed because their coach had left, so they had a new coaching staff.
Yeah.
Go Kingfishers.
Now this is getting fun. All right, I like this. Duke versus Little Rock. I got to go with the Dukies.
Yeah, I gotta go Deke.
I'm going Little Rock because I'm out of principle. I could never pick Duke.
Fair enough, but Duke would win this one. This one would be Duke. And
I'll
this one would have
take
been played
that
in Greensboro, so that'd probably been a Duke win.
Certainly Duke is Duke. Michigan versus Utah State. I would love to pick the upset here, but I'm going to go with Michigan.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Michigan too.
Yep, I gotta pick the Aggies.
It's a good pick. Well, not the Aggie one, but the blue one.
Yeah,
Michigan
that's
won this matchup.
Yeah, you're just going to see so much chalk here, you know. And then Creighton and Belmont. This is an easy one. Creighton's going to win it. But I would love to pick Belmont. I would love to jack off and pick Belmont, but I'm going to have to pick Creighton.
Nah, Creighton for me.
Yep, Cray.
Creighton won this matchup as well.
Cray. All right, let's go down to the north-southwest bracket. I think I went 6-2 on that. Keep track of your own record here. I got to write this down. I went 6-2.
I think I'm like 6-2 myself. I think we picked all the same shit.
What I'm like 5-3.
Yeah. Keep track of your own score.
Right.
Okay.
I'm so glad I have a pen and paper right here.
Yes, me too. All right, Dayton versus Winthrop. I got to go with the Flyers here. This is the only time I'll ever root for the Flyers.
I'd love to pick Winthrop because Carolina, but no Flyers.
Yep, Dayton won this matchup as well. Yep. They shouldn't have trouble with Winthrop.
6-3.
All right, this one's a tough one. St. Mary's versus Oklahoma, but in tough times like this, you got to go with God. So I'm going with St. Mary's.
I'm going to say St. Mary's.
Boomer Sooner.
Boomer Sooner made a Final Four 2016, but St. Mary's has guard Jordan Ford, and he can get a bucket in any minute. So St. Mary's won this matchup.
Awesome. The blood around the door frame worked.
Ha.
All right.
Took Oklahoma's firstborn son.
Biblical references tonight on the dumpster fire, everyone. And plague references. Maybe we'll get demonetized at the very end.
Where are the frogs? Are they on the streets?
Raining frogs. Auburn and Akron. I got to go with Auburn here. This is not a 5-12 upset.
Yeah, I got to go with Auburn.
War Eagle.
We're all on board, even the simulation. And Auburn won this matchup according to it.
All right.
Hey.
This next one.
Bruce Pearls won.
This next one, I know I'm just throwing away an L, but I'm going to go with Liberty over Louisville.
I'm going to say Louisville. I'd love Liberty to win.
Louisville.
And the simulation had Louisville. This one would have been tough because Louisville did not live up to their expectations. They were a top 10 team preseason, but
I'm calling bullshit. I'm calling bullshit on the simulator. They're just picking chalk here. It's ridiculous. But
I know.
Pretty much.
Anyway.
That takes away the fun of March.
Yeah, you know, if this were the March Madness and this was opening, there'd at least be one upset on the board, right? One.
Oh,
upset.
yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, even March Madness breaks the simulation.
Yes. West Virginia versus Rutgers. I'm gotta go with my dad's alma mater, Rutgers. Everyone.
I'm gonna go with the cousin fuckers in West Virginia.
Why do you have to
The
make
only
me
state that
pick-
does not have a case of coronavirus.
Why do you have to make me pick my children? My mom went to Rutgers, but I went to college surrounded by WVU fans. Fuck it, Rutgers.
I wish I could go with Rutgers here, but I can't because West Virginia would be winning.
Goddamn cousin fuckers.
Rutgers had a really good year.
Inbred feel for the reason why they don't have the coronavirus yet, baby.
I don't know how they can play basketball when they have 4 sets of eyes.
Well, 4 sets of eyes, and it's the couch burning. It gives them extra heat sensitivity.
Yeah.
It allows
All right.
them to sense the ball.
Yes, that's right. Their genetic mutations allow them
Yes.
to fuck their cousins. Actually, you know
Yep,
what?
they keep the genes in order, and that's why they all get inbred and.
We can thank them for incest porn, though. All right. Michigan State versus North. They're like, we've been doing this for 100 years. I don't know what's so new about this shit.
Well, the problem is it's all ugly people. It's not just
Right,
like
that's right.
the hotties you see on those things.
Michigan State versus North Texas, everyone. I'm going to go with Michigan State.
Yeah, I gotta go Spartans.
I gotta go Sparty too.
Yeah, Sparty would continue here. This
Mm-hmm.
would have been an easy matchup for them. I would have thought.
Yep. Indiana, USC. I love the set. I love the mid-seed matchups. I can't really pick one. I'm going to go with Indiana here.
It's tough. I'm gonna go Indiana too. I have a
I'm
hunch
gonna
about
go
them.
Hoosiers.
Listen, I'm on board with you guys. I think the simulation's wrong. They had USC, but I mean, Indiana beat Florida State this year. They
Bullshit.
didn't end the year wrong that well, but I still
Yeah.
would-
Fucking
Bullshit.
simulation. What is this? 2K? Did 2K run the engine on this? Mm-hmm.
I know the simulations here are just as tragic as the tournament not being played.
Yes, get Tree's attention here.
Yeah.
Villanova and NDSU. I'm going to go with Villanueva. With Charlie Villanueva. Mm-hmm.
I gotta go Nova.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Nova too.
And that's who won. Yep, Wildcats won.
All right. So I think I went, like, this was not as good. I think I went 4-4. This would be one of those brackets where I'm already pissed off at everyone.
I went 7-1.
Oh, look at you. Mm-hmm. This would be one of those where I'm like, I start firing up the scenario generator. I'm like, all right, if this team beats that team, then I can get back on track here. Mhm.
Yes.
All right,
Alright,
the
so
North.
I was counting all of these matchups, and I am at 10-6.
Oh wow. Yeah, I'm 10-6
Counting.
too.
All right.
I am 13-3.
Look at you.
Well, la di da.
Mhm. But remember, the later rounds are worth more points. You're the guy that I would be like, hey, yeah, he's doing well now, but he's gonna fuck up.
But I'll
later.
probably choke.
Mhm.
Yep. That's how it always goes.
Yeah, you put in Oregon in the Final Four and they lose the first round. And I'm just like, ha ha ha.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about your horses. It's all about your horses. All right, Gonzaga versus Siena or Prairie View. I'm gonna go with Gonzagers right here.
Zaggy.
Yeah.
Zag.
That's Zaggy.
Smart pick.
Mhm. And then Houston and Colorado. I like Houston.
That's tough.
Those 8-9 matchups. They're like a coin flip.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna go Colorado because I'm a contrarian bitch.
I'm sticking with 5. 5 slamma jamma. Go.
I would have gone Houston here because Colorado, they're actually one of the teams that has beat Dayton this year. There's only them and Kansas have. And Colorado ended this season terribly, but they were pretty good. I don't know what happened to them. The simulation has Colorado winning this.
Oh.
Oh,
I would've gone
no.
Houston, though. I would have gone
Really?
Houston. Yeah, I know. I would have gone Houston.
Damn,
but
Buffs.
Unlike real life at 3 a.m., the Cougars get denied.
No, Cougars never get the nut.
That's what I'm saying. Unlike real life, Cougars never
Ah.
get denied. No, sir. Yeah, interesting. Penn State, Stephen F. Austin. I'm gonna pick Stephen F. Austin because in my mind, no matter what the simulation says, they win.
Yeah, honestly, fuck Penn State, but I gotta go Penn.
Go Jacks.
I wish the Lumberjacks won, but Penn State won this one in the simulation.
Yeah.
I'm starting to hate this simulation, man. They
Fuck
don't
Penn
like
State.
Cougars or jacking or or lumbering or jacking your lumber. It would have been great if the Cougars faced the Lumberjacks, because we would have had jokes for days. Oregon and New Mexico State. I gotta go with Oregon.
Yeah, I gotta go Oregon.
Quack, quack.
Yep, Oregon won this one in the simulation. That'd probably been a good pick. New Mexico
Quackies.
State last year almost beat Auburn in their first game, but this year they are not as good as they were last.
Yeah. BYU and Stanford. I'm gonna go with BYU.
Yeah, BYU.
I'm going Stanford.
I actually would have had UCLA over Stanford, and BYU won this in the simulation, though.
Can't deny the Mormons. They took away their NBA
Can't
basket.
deny me. Yep. It was all their communal.
Rudy Gobert touching everything.
Yep.
I'm Rudy Gobert. Do you see me touching?
The funny thing about BYU is 2010, one of their best players, Brandon Davies, had premarital sex, and he had to get suspended for the rest of the season. And if he didn't, they probably would have gone to the Final Four.
How do you get caught? Was he like banging someone's daughter, and that's how they, like? How does someone
I don't
catch you and
know.
like, we're gonna have to suspend you for doing something every young person does?
It's because Mormons, man.
Naughty.
Bigger than basketball there.
Well, at least he got his dick wet. Seton Hall versus Hofstra.
Seton Hall.
I'll go with
Oh.
Seton.
Yeah, the Pirates, that's who would have won this in the simulation. Hofstra used to be called the Flying Dutchman. Haven't made it to the NCAA tournament in a while, but they were a good team. But the simulation, Seton Hall. So,
Flying
yeah.
Dutchman, one of the most underrated characters on SpongeBob, by the way. Unbelievable when he
They're now the
appears.
Hofstra pride.
Yep. Iowa. By the way, the Flying Dutchman, if you don't know this, it's a brand of boat that, like it was like this little 15-foot boat that you could buy. It was like a starter boat, like, and that's why it's always hilarious, because when they call him the Flying Dutchman in, the SpongeBob, like a lot of people don't know that it's an actual product from the 60s and 70s. Anyways, it used to crack me up. All right. And that's your history lesson. Also, don't have premarital sex if you play for the Brigham Young. What are they? The Cougars?
Yeah, Cougars.
Yeah,
Yep.
the Cougars.
Yep, more Cougars. That's ironic too.
You could have had Cougars
you're not
versus Cougars.
Right, you can't bang Cougars at BYU. Can't do it. Iowa and Xavier. I'm gonna go with Xavier here.
Xavier's an interesting choice. I'm going to go with them too.
X gonna give it to you.
Well, I would have gone Iowa because they had a National Player of the Year in their center, and that's who won in the simulation was Iowa.
Oh my
Boo.
gosh, I'm getting raked
What
over
the
the coals
fuck?
here. I'm getting raked over the Cole Adams here. All right.
It's like we make ideas. It's like, yeah, you're fucking retarded, and here's why.
Yeah. San Diego State versus Eastern Washington. This one's easy. SDSU.
San Diego State.
Aztecs.
Aztec.
Yep, Aztecs won this one. in the
That's an
simulation.
engineered butt plug is Aztec. That's when someone really crafts that thing. Like they turn it on a lathe and they're just like, look at this. This is Aztec right here. That's right. All right, the north, south, east, west bracket. This is the X DMX bracket. Baylor versus BU. Baylor all the way.
Baylor.
Nope. Who are they playing?
Boston.
Boston, the Terriers.
Don't even
Terrier.
question it.
Gotta
Baylor
go Boston,
won.
out of principle.
Not this Boston team.
Yeah, not the Terriers there.
Maybe
Okay.
the ones coached by Rick Pitino, but not this one.
Marquette versus Arizona. I'm gonna go with Marquette.
I'm going to say Marquette too.
I went 3 and 5
Oh,
in that last
this is a
bracket.
tough one. Fuck it, Arizona.
That's a good pick because Arizona had 3 of the best freshmen this year. They didn't really play that well at times, but they looked pretty good. But Arizona won this in the simulation.
Golly, I'm terrible.
I'm surprised Arizona even got like that back into form after how fucked they look in a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
is Sean Miller
they
still
paid
the
their
coach?
He is
Yeah.
still the coach. He never
Oh.
got fired from the NCAA stuff.
I bet
Sorry.
That means it pays to commit crime.
it does. Crime does
Exactly. College
pay.
basketball, you can commit all the crime you want, and you will still find your
Look
way
at
back.
Rick Pitino. Dave Bliss has a job. You know, Dave
Exactly.
Bliss tried to smear a murder, like smear the victim of a murder, and now he has a job. So, to make himself look better. Anyways, Ohio State and Yale. I got to go with Ohio State here.
Yale.
I gotta go Buckeyes.
Smart pick, Tree, because that's who would have won this one.
Yay, finally a
take
win
that
for
out.
me. Butler and
Yeah, wouldn't
Bradley.
Yeah, wouldn't have even been able to play because of the Ivy League suspending everything.
Bradley Butler. That sounds like a starting point guard for some team in the NBA. Man, Bradley
Or
Butler.
Butler Bradley.
Yeah, or yeah, Butler Bradley is also a starting point guard in the league.
Mm-hmm.
I got to go with the Butler did it. I got to say Benson did it.
Butler. Yep, Butler.
Smart.
Only because I dated a guy who's now a professor there, Bradley.
Is his name
Well,
Bradley?
sorry about the professor, but
Mhm.
Kamar Baldwin and the Bulldogs would have won this.
See, this is why simulations suck. Like, a lot of times people just pick a team based on their uniform, right? And they're just like, fuck it, it's orange. Right?
Well, speaking of orange, I
Yes.
mean, continue with the.
I'm going to go with
be
UVA and their
careful,
fudge
Joe.
pack line offense.
Yep, there's the joke. All right, yeah,
Mhm.
Virginia there, national champions last year.
Yep. The
Yep.
greatest redemption story ever on the backs of a stupid foul by Samir Dowdy.
And a non-call for double dribble.
Yes.
Yeah.
A really dumb foul by Samir Dowdy, former VCU player who did dumb shit while he was there too.
Yep.
I like Maryland against UC Irvine.
I'm going to say
Well-
Maryland too.
Fear the
Well,
turtle.
actually, I have to stop you guys real fast because in the simulation, Richmond beat Wichita State, and then they went on to beat Virginia.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh.
Yes,
Oh
there's
my
an upset.
gosh.
There is an
No.
upset. The first upset, we all skipped over it.
They picked that as the upset.
Richmond.
Fuck the
It
simulation.
absolutely did.
Fuck
That
the
would have been
simulation.
nice. I mean, it would have been nice if they never.
You know what though? This simulation is very accurate because I'm already pissed at the outcome, which is usually what I am with the real life one. so
Ditto.
so kudos to this simulation. In fact, this is probably the most real it'll be. Maryland versus UC Irvine. I like Maryland.
Yeah, that's Maryland.
Fear the
Terps.
turtle. That's what I said.
If you're the
Yeah,
turtle head,
the-
especially
they-
if you don't have toilet paper.
The Anteaters got shell shocked. Maryland won this one.
Hey,
They weren't eating at all. There were no ants to eat.
Nope.
that's how you don't get ants.
That's right. Providence versus LSU. I hate Will Wade, but the criminal wins this one.
I gotta go Providence.
Go Tigers.
Go Tigers, indeed. That is who
Oh, I
won this
finally
one.
got an upset. I finally got an upset.
Boo.
Will Wade
I don't know if I
and
agree
the
with this one.
FBI. God damn it. Florida State, Northern Kentucky. This is the easy one. My pick to go really
Florida
far.
State.
Florida State.
Yep.
I'm picking the upset. I'm going with the Norse.
Screw the Norse. Florida
Yep.
State won this one.
You're wrong. I think
Yeah,
I
take
went.
that out.
I think I went 5-3 on this one. All
Yeah,
right.
5-3 too.
Well, we've
I
made it to the
went-
round of 32.
All right.
I went 12. I went 7-9 or 7-8. I went.
So I went 18 and I got 18 wins to 6, 11. I went 18 and 14 for the first 32.
I'm currently 25-7.
I am currently 17 and 14.
No, you're missing one. It has to
Which
add
one
up
did
to
I miss?
32. I don't know. I'm not your accountant. Sorry.
Was it the Richmond one?
Could
Maybe. Maybe, yeah. You got
It
that
probably
wrong.
is.
All right.
So I'll just take that. I'll just take that one as an L.
Kansas versus Florida State. I got Kansas. Or Florida. Sorry, Florida. All of
Yeah.
Florida is triggered by that. I got Kansas here.
Kansas.
Tree, who you got?
Oh, I got Kansas.
Okay. Yeah, Kansas won this one. Florida, again, top 10 team in the preseason, but all season they did not live up to that. They were a really young team. It's what happens sometimes.
Wisco, Kentucky. I'm going to go with Kentucky over Wisco.
UK.
Tree.
Let's go with Wisconsin.
Okay, that's an interesting pick, but the United Kingdom won this one.
Yeah, I was drawing a blank. I got
See,
shit.
this is where I make up.
Wisconsin got Brexited.
Yeah, this is where I make it up on the back end. We got Illinois and Duke. You always got to go with Duke because simulations love Duke.
Illinois.
I would go Duke here.
I'll
Trey, what do
Duke.
you got?
Yeah, Duke.
Yeah, that's smart
Your
because that's
Dukiness.
who won.
Your Duke.
Of course, the simulation has them winning. That's like
Yeah.
the one school I hate.
Yep.
Don't worry, they'll get their comeuppance.
Michigan versus Creighton. I'm gonna go counterintuitive here. I'm gonna go with Michigan upsetting Creighton.
I'm sticking with the Jays.
I'm gonna go Creighton. Yeah.
Yeah, Creighton's who it has. I would have gone Michigan, but
Well.
I'm not picking. This is the simulation.
I did go. I went 3-1 there. I like how it goes faster. It grows It goes exponentially faster. It's great.
Oh yeah. This
Dayton
speeds
versus
up very fast.
St. Mary's. God does not favor the sisters of St. Mary's. Dayton wins this one.
Dayton.
Teresa.
Yeah, Dayton.
Yep, that's who the simulation has. They played this year once already, and Dayton won. So,
Mhm.
and it was out in Phoenix.
Auburn, Louisville. I'm gonna go with the Tigers. And
I go Louisville.
War Eagle.
Well, Rick Pitino and his boys won, even though he's not the coach there anymore because
Yeah.
Louisville won.
No.
Louisville's had
no.
a strong year.
No, the Tigers go down on a stupid Samir Dowdy foul.
God
He's
damn
still
it.
there, so technically he could. He
Yes.
could have.
Michigan State versus West Virginia. I like Michigan State.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Michigan State.
I'm gonna go West Virginia.
Well, the Cousins lost this matchup because
F.
Tom Izzo.
Yes.
This is Marge. That's his
It
mom.
can prevent them from coronavirus, but it does not prevent them from inbreeding and all of the other things that come with
I think
it.
inbreeding gives you like certain immunities to things, right? It
Yes, but it also gives you a lot of defects.
Yeah, it might give you like a trick leg that pops out of your other leg, but it also gives you like herd immunity. So
It gives
point,
me
I
a
guess
fourth leg.
right.
This won't continue anymore because Michigan State won. So sorry, West Virginia, but better luck next time.
USC versus Villanueva. I going with
Nova.
Villanueva.
Nova.
Nova.
Yeah, Villanova won this
All
one
right,
as well.
I went 3-1 on that. See, this is
4-0.
where I make it up. This is where I make it
I'm
up.
5-3.
Yep.
In this bracket? Damn. I am 7-1 so far in this bracket.
Look at you. This thing is so inaccurate. Tree's getting shit right. No way.
Exactly. Well, it's pretty much just a higher seed. You.
Oh, look at
That's
you
the
using
problem.
math. Fuck you. Gonzaga versus Colorado. You're just playing percentages. I'm actually betting with my heart. Okay.
That's the problem. These sort of simulations don't take into effect a lot of variables. It doesn't take into
Listen
account
to
all
your
that stuff.
disingenuity.
It just uses pure mathematics probabilities. That's all it does.
You're like, you know what you were when we were kids and we played Madden. You would try to sneak and look at my play. That's how you were.
No, it wasn't that. But
I had to hide my play. I remember when you held L1 and X to call the play behind. That's what I had to do when I played you because I knew that you would look at my plays when we were sitting next to each other
Sure.
on the couch.
Sure.
Uh-huh.
Sounds like a lie. Bullshit.
Gonzaga versus Colorado. I got the Zags.
Oh, that's Zags.
Zag.
Yep, that's who won this one. The Bulldogs. They move
How-
on.
All right.
Cole. How old are you,
Yes.
Cole? You're not very
I'm
old.
21.
You're 21. So you never had to play against someone in the house, right? You'd always play against people online. Right?
For what?
Like video
Like
games.
basketball outside?
No, like video games. Like when we were kids, right, Tree,
Oh.
we'd get into actual fist fights over video games all the time.
Oh, I see what you mean. Oh
Yeah.
no, I mean I grew up. I grew up in like right between what you guys grew up with and then what the new age has grown up with. So I've got both experiences.
Oh yeah, but did you ever get into a fist fight over a video game?
Oh yeah, I mean we had to throw fists over like NCAA 2007, 2008 for sure. College
Yeah.
football games, that's where
Oh yeah,
stuff
that's
went down
where
in
the
those
shit
games.
hit.
Yeah.
I've got some memories. I don't know if I want to share them, but because we've got a bracket to fill out.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm just saying. I just wondered if anyone under 21 has ever fought an actual person over fucking Smash Brothers.
I could see it.
I don't know.
Uh-huh.
I've done
Not that game. I was
Uh-huh.
never into Smash Brothers. Never got that one.
Penn State versus Oregon. I'm going with the Geo Ducks here.
I'm going with the Ducks because fuck Penn State.
Quack.
Yep, that's what the bracket has. Oregon would move on.
Ducky.
Yes.
I agree with that one as well.
Quack power.
BYU.
Fuck Penn State. Fuck Penn
Seton
State.
the Hall. I'm gonna take Seton the Hall, even though the Mormons real tough here.
Seton Hall.
Hopefully, none
More
of
like
them had
yeeting the
premarital.
hall.
See, the simulation cannot account for premarital sex between the first and the second round. So
That is true. But no one on BYU had it because they won this matchup.
oh my gosh!
Really?
Yes. According to the simulation, BYU won this matchup.
The social distancing worked for
Bullshit.
them. Mm-hmm. Well, a lot of them, they go on those mission trips and they see the world. Uh-huh.
I
That
don't
has
think
no-
I agree with this one though.
All right, Iowa and San Diego State. I'm going with the Aztecs.
Aztec.
Aztec.
I agree, and that's
All
who
right,
won.
the Aztecs. I went 3-1 again. You got it. I'm consistent.
I'm
3-1
3-1 too.
Yep.
I am at 8-4 so far.
Tree's running away with this. Is what it looks like. Okay. Baylor
Cole is the
versus
true winner.
Arizona. Usually a top seed falls in the opening weekend, but it's not going to happen
I'd say
here.
Baylor. Baylor's too good.
Baylor. They're
I'm
too
going
good right
These
now.
two did play
Arizona
already
for the
though.
upset.
I think I might have gone with the upset here, but the simulation thinks Baylor would have won.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right, let's jump
always
in
a
with
tough call.
my life as a dumpster fire for $5. I come with a heavy heart. Girlfriend of 5 years ended things. Oh no. And now
I'm sorry.
sports are canceled. But hearing FPV and Tree is heartwarming. Thank you guys. And Cole and Dodge. They're here.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry about your breakup, dude.
Yeah,
It gets
you know what-
better, Trust.
Yeah, you know what they say. The road from Splitsville leads to Jacktown. So,
Yeah. As I said, my main thing that everyone should be doing from this point forward is frequent masturbation. A little,
yep, boost that immune system, bro.
yes, boost
Mhm.
the immune system and also blows off some stress and steam.
Hey, don't ever count it out though, because I broke up with my girlfriend. I think it was the year 2001, and like I cried like a bitch like all day. And today she's my wife. So there you go.
Mhm.
It happens. That's why I introduce her as my ex-girlfriend to all my peoples. Atlanta Olympians, Country Roads University, all the way. Country Road, take me home to the place I belong. That's the Japanese karaoke version of Country Road. Anyways, I've sang it before. Don't think that it's new. All right, Kansas, Kentucky. Here we go into the tough ones. I'm going to go with Kansas.
Whoa.
What?
We haven't finished it yet.
Oh, we didn't
haven't
finish
finished it
that
yet.
bracket?
Go back down.
Yeah,
we-
you're
we-
right. Ohio State Butler. The
Yeah.
Butler did it.
Butler.
I'm gonna go. Damn, that's tough.
This one would be really tough to pick.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna go Ohio State. Just a hunch.
That's a great one. That's who got it.
Oh, my
That is
gosh.
who got it.
Damn.
Fuck.
Ohio State was the number one team in the nation for a while this year,
That's
but
true.
Yeah.
But Love didn't win it.
That's like a last-second buzzer beater.
Richmond versus Maryland. I'm going to go with Richmond here.
I'm gonna go Maryland. Sorry, 5.
I'm with 5. I'm pulling for the Spooters.
well, the Terrapin, they won this one.
Oh,
Sorry, Spiders.
The
The
dream
Spiders
run.
are on ends.
There's no Cindy's in this tournament. There's absolutely
Yeah.
no Cindy's.
Well, we were all spoiled by 2018.
Yeah, that's true.
Sister
2018.
Mary,
Washed them all
and we
away.
also had, UMBC, Chicago Loyola, or Loyola Chicago.
I think 2018 there were no perfect brackets by like 9
Nope,
o'clock
not
on
at all.
Thursday. Like it was like 9.
Yeah, because like, oh look, we predicted Virginia or UMBC over Virginia. Who did that? Like maybe as a gag bet.
I definitely had UVA winning it all that year too. I was like the pack line, man, they're so good, and then they got their shit.
They got
pushed in.
blown the fuck out.
They did.
Well, their best player, DeAndre Hunter, did not play that game, even though he came off the bench at that time.
yes.
So that's why they
Mhm.
slipped up.
LSU versus Florida State. I gotta go with the Seminoles.
I will say it again. Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
I'm gonna go Seminoles.
Yep, smart pick. That's who
All
got
right, I
him.
went 3-1 again. See?
4-0.
Now we can move on to Kansas.
Yeah,
Kentucky.
sorry about
Battle
that.
of the Blue Blood.
Yes.
Perfect 8-8
All right,
round there.
Let me move the chat here. God damn it. So we can start. We're getting down. We're almost down to we're at the Elite 8.
14-2,
savor
also
it.
known as the Baltimore Ravens record. And
That's what I'm gonna name my last 8 pieces of toilet paper is the Elite 8. It's just-
Well, this is the Sweet 16 right now, but this is for the Elite Eight.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. Oh,
There's
I'm
8 matchups.
gonna start numbering my toilet paper. Just all right. We're down to the Sweet 16, and then it's the Elite
Sweet
8.
16.
Then the Final
Again, if
4.
you need,
If I separate them, does that count? Like then I could have 1 ply instead of 2.
Yes.
All right, Kansas, Kentucky. There's got to be an upset here, but it's not here. It's Kansas.
Yeah, it's Kansas.
Yeah.
Kansas.
Kansas, that's who got him. That's who got him.
Right?
Got him.
I'd agree with that one.
Duke is going to beat Creighton because God hates us all. Obviously.
I'd say Duke too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Creighton.
Mhm.
I
Duke.
don't know who won yet, but Duke probably will win this whole thing because that's how life works.
Yeah, that's how it
Always
usually
happens.
is.
Uh-huh.
Duke wins.
Duke did win this one though.
Your Dukiness.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Dig.
Dayton versus Lewis Skolnickville. I'm gonna go with Dayton.
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 Tree, what'd you say? I didn't hear that
Dayton.
one.
Dayton.
All right. Yep, that's who got it. This one would have been tough for me. I think I would have picked Louisville, but I don't know. I don't think.
I think
really got
Louisville
that
would have
one.
kept it close, but I don't know if it would have been enough.
That'd
I
be
don't
funny
think
if
they're
someone
truly
named
ready
their,
yet.
someone named their kid Dayton, and then he became a frat boy, and then his name would be Dayton Rape. Oh, never mind. That wasn't a good one. Dan, we're demonetized.
It could be worse. You could be named VCU.
Michigan State versus Villanova. I'll go with Noves.
Nova. Yeah.
Nova.
I would have gone Michigan State, and that's what the bracket suggests. Michigan State would have won this one.
Yes.
Really?
I
Yeah.
am.
Hey,
how many?
preseason number 1. I mean, and they had it rolling at the end of the year.
I went 4-0. Awesome. No,
3-1.
wait. I got it wrong. I went 3-1. Shit. So
See?
Michigan.
Told
so
you.
Tom,
I am
Tom
2-2.
H to the Izzo pulls it off again. Damn it.
This is his month.
Yep.
He had a streak where he made it to a Final Four every 4 years, but that ended in
Middle Tennessee
think-
State. Hmm.
yeah. That actually was it.
That was another game where you're just like, holy shit, they're getting blown the fuck out by a scrub team. You know?
Yeah, that one honestly shocks me more than the UMBC.
All right, we got Gonzaga versus Oregon's. Oh, do I love what? You know what? I'm gonna pick Oregon.
That's a good matchup.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Zaga.
I'm going to go with the Ducks.
Well, they've played this year once, and I'm pretty sure Gonzaga won by a point. But the quack attack ends here because that's Gonzaga pulls out in this one.
Told you. They don't choke till the Elite Eight. So
All right, we got BYU versus San Diego State. Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna
San
go with
Diego
the
State.
Mormons. It seems like some bullshit will
Aztecs.
happen.
I'm gonna go with
Aztecs.
Ass Technology.
Yeah, the Aztecs. That's who won this one.
Boo.
Oh.
Fucking
I don't know if
Mormons.
they would have got this far though.
Ohio
San Diego
State.
wasn't that good.
Yeah. Ohio State versus Baylor. I'm gonna go with Baylor on this.
Baylor.
Fuck the Buckeyes, but I'm picking Ohio State.
The simulation has Baylor. I'd have probably gone with Baylor too.
Yep. I'm winning. That's a big fat
Solid
dub. And
Nice solid double.
in an ACC matchup, I'm gonna go with Florida State.
Ooh.
Florida
Maryland's
State
in the
would-
Big Ten, though, I thought, right?
Yeah, Maryland's in the Big Ten.
Oh, that's right. Holy shit. An old school
They used to
ACC
be.
matchup.
But I'm going with Maryland.
It's tough. Shit. I'm gonna go Florida State.
Yeah, the Seminoles. That's who won this one. Solid pick.
I,
Can't really argue
I
against it.
pooched that one.
All right. Kevin Von Michael Magnum for 5. I rolled 8 D20s for the total score of the national championship, and it's 104. Why? I'm bored like everyone else. That's what we're all doing. We are
I think that's what we're
simulating.
doing.
Yeah, we're simulating the tournament because we didn't get one. We got robbed.
Fucking coronavirus. Fucking CCP.
Here we go now. Here are these the regional finals now?
This is the Elite Eight.
Oh, this is the
Yeah,
Elite
Elite
Eight.
Eight.
Yeah,
Elite
this
Eight.
is people will
Yep.
cut down nets after, right? So
Yeah.
Yeah,
Kansas.
everybody cuts down on that. Yeah.
Yep. Kansas versus Duke. God hates us, so Duke.
Fuck Duke, but I gotta pick them.
I'm gonna say Kansas. I think they pull it.
I would be Team Kansas here, but obviously this thing hates us. So Duke won.
Really?
actually.
Huh.
Straight
Okay.
up. Sucks,
So-
but it's what happens.
Mm.
Michigan State and Dayton. This is easy call. Dayton all the way.
Dayton.
It's Dayton.
I'd be Michigan State here, even though Dayton's my team. But Dayton actually did win this one in the simulation.
All right.
1-1.
Gonzaga versus San Diego State. I got to go with Gonzaga.
I'm going
I'm gonna
with
go
the
Zags
Aztecs.
too.
Aztecs.
Zags.
Gonzaga won. They are moving on to the Final
Oh
Four.
my gosh.
They didn't choke in the Elite Eight. I'm shocked.
And then Baylor versus Florida State. I got to go with Florida State.
Baylor.
Florida State.
I would probably go Baylor here, but Florida State won.
Really?
We've got the
Oh,
Final
okay.
Four
Winning
set.
record,
I went
3-1.
4-0. Wow.
I got 1-2-2.
So I'm 40 and
So we've
20
got
so far.
a 3 seed in Duke, a 1 in Dayton, 1 seed in Gonzaga, and a 2 seed in Florida State.
For the
So it's
trip.
not all 1 seeds.
Yes. For a trip to the national championship, I'm going to say Dayton is in the final.
I'm gonna say Duke because God hates us all.
I have not looked. Let's see. It is actually Dayton.
Yes!
Really?
Seriously made the
Yes!
national
I
championship
jinxed
according to
Duke.
this.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Tree.
Eh.
Gonzaga
So
versus
we've got
Florida
one-
State. I got to go with Florida
Gonzaga.
State. I got to go with the Knowles.
They
You know what?
played last year in the Elite Eight. No, not the Elite Eight, Sweet 16.
I'm gonna go Zaga.
Yep. Gonzaga moves on to the national
Oh
championship
my
game.
gosh. Gonzaga finally doesn't choke in the Elite Eight, and they're in the final. And this will end the night here. Everyone, your national champ. I got to go with Dayton.
Dayton.
Shit. I'm gonna go Dayton.
All right. Well, before I reveal, again, I am not in charge of this simulation. I did not come up with this. I am a Dayton fan. This is my team. I just want everybody to know I did not put this. I would not have picked Dayton to get the national championship, but obviously the simulation is what we're going with. And the winner of the 2020 national championship at the
On
buzzer,
a three-pointer.
the three-pointer buzzer, half court, Gordon Hayward to win is the Dayton Flyers.
Oh my
They
God!
won the national championship
Oh,
according to this simulation.
unbelievable.
I
Wow.
can't believe this.
That's it, everyone. Dayton,
This
your
is-
2020 NCAA national champ. Who's going to sing One Shining Moment?
The ball is tipped.
The
There
ball-
you are.
I need to do one.
Life,
I need
You're
to do.
a
shooting
shooting
star
star.
in all those years. No one knows just how hard you work, but now it shows that one shining moment. It's all on the line. That one shining moment, they're frozen in time.
I should write a
I can
parody
see
of
it.
that song for Manscaped called One Shining Ball Sack. And you say,
Oh,
the balls are clipped.
God.
You gotta be wearing a Dayton shirt during it though.
Yes. And one shining ball sack, you reach for the ball wipes. With one shining ball sake, you might get lucky tonight. The ball.
Oh, let's be real. You're going in a.
Do you know the guy that wrote that song? It was about like him. Some hot girl walked into a bar one night, and he was like, "Why didn't I try to holler at her?" And he went instead of asking her out on a date, he went home and wrote $1 million song. So
I went 34 and 28.
I went 43 and 20.
49 and 14.
I don't think any of our math. Yeah, you're right. If it adds up to 63, you're correct. So, well, thank you, everyone. This was amazing. Like, this went better than I thought.
This was awesome.
Yeah.
It wasn't too bad. It was better than sitting around jacking off.
Yep. Plus, we can
It
accept.
was better than the whole tournament itself, honestly.
Honestly,
Yeah.
yes. This was great. Everyone subscribe to Cole Adams, by the way. The link is in the description. And if you don't subscribe to him, you're a terrible person. Kevin, were you here? Hold on. You're not muted, Kevin. What's up?
No, I muted myself. But anyway, yeah.
What do you think of the results, huh? Dayton?
I was saying Gonzaga by that one shining moment, but I guess it was mainly Dayton with the steal and then the win. That's what I would believe that's going to happen.
Yep.
If it happened. If it was going to happen.
There you go.
But anyway,
Honestly,
go ahead.
There's no better person to break the news of Dayton winning it all than.
Obviously not.
Yes.
I live in Dayton, so this is my team. I did not come up with this simulation, by the way. This is not like because I wouldn't have picked Dayton to get this far, honestly. So this is a big win for me.
It is. You can enjoy your fake win for all time.
It is about as enjoyable for you as it was for Montreal back in 1994.
Yes.
That's what I've heard already tonight, so it makes sense.
Yep.
I think they're going to hang the banner, actually, at UD Arena. So I'll let them know about the live stream, and I'm sure they'll hang the banner.
Yes.
Hey, if you
just UCF did it.
If you're going to take anything from Nashville's friggin' meme wars, yo, go ahead and take the banner meme.
Hey, you guys got your quarterback, by the way. That's amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. All right, but I gotta hop out. I gotta hop off of here. So, but I'll let you guys know this was fun. And next year, if the tournament gets canceled again by a mutated super virus, we'll do this again for sure.
And Dayton will once again win again.
Yes, they'll be back-to-back national champions. All right. Do you guys have any closing thoughts? Anything? Thank you, everyone that showed up. By the way, this was like a last-minute thing, and there's no sports, but we have this. We have each other.
Yeah, thank you for everybody being here.
And we have masturbation.
The real sports were the friends we made along the way.
That's right. Okay.
Couldn't have said.
Hopefully they don't die.
Yes. Hopefully they're not in the ground.
Hopefully don't.
You laugh now.
Burn Tuesday night after the regular bullshit dumpster fire.
Yep.
Oh, right. I was supposed to get some news. The NFL just sent a memo to the club saying that the league year will start on time as expected.
Yeah.
That's exactly why this virus was engineered by the NFL to take out their competition.
It was engineered in the labs owned by Roger Goodell.
That's probably why they caved to agree to that
the XFL.
All right, I'm jumping off, guys. It was a wonderful stream. I love you all. Thanks for everyone for showing up, and
definitely, guys.
You made it to the end. of the
Stay
stream.
safe out there, boy.
Yep.
Stay safe.
Wash your damn hands.
And your dicks.
Wash your hands.
And your dicks.
And rub your penis.
The balls are